The Young and the Restless spoilers Fridays full November 29th, 2024, The Hidden Truths of Genoa City, Claire's silence, shaky romances, and the Abbott power play. The serene facade of Genoa City was nothing more than a mirage. Beneath its glittering surface lay tangled webs of secrets, fractured relationships, and alliances teetering on the edge. Claire Newman, sharp and calculating, found herself at the heart of one of the city's most dangerous intrigues, Jordan's covert presence in Genoa City. Yet she chose silence. But why? Claire's calculated gamble. Claire wasn't oblivious. She had long since pieced together that Jordan, the cunning and manipulative woman with a shadowy past, was back in town. The evidence was undeniable. The whispers in the corporate halls, the uninvited presence lurking around Newman events, and the subtle threats that never made it to public ears. But Claire's silence wasn't born out of fear. It was a cold, calculated decision. She knew that revealing Jordan's presence would unleash chaos, dragging not only herself, but also her family into a storm of suspicion, revenge, and danger. Claire's ambitions within Newman Enterprises were too critical to risk, and she couldn't afford to derail her plans for a battle that didn't guarantee her victory. "I know she's here," Claire muttered under her breath one night, pacing in her office. "But exposing her? It's not worth the fallout. Let her target someone else. As long as she doesn't cross me, I'll stay out of it." Claire's choice wasn't entirely selfish, though. She understood the stakes. Jordan's schemes were unpredictable, and if Claire played her cards wrong, she'd lose more than just her corporate aspirations. She'd risk becoming Jordan's next target. By staying quiet, Claire allowed herself to remain a step ahead, a silent observer in a game Jordan didn't realize she was part of. Billy and Sally's fractured foundation. Elsewhere in Genoa City, Billy and Sally's relationship was unraveling at the seams, though neither would admit it outright. From the outside, they appeared like any other couple, but behind closed doors, cracks were forming. Billy's inability to fully commit, paired with Sally's lingering doubts, created an air of mistrust between them. They began to keep secrets, little things at first, but those small deceptions snowballed into something more significant. Late-night meetings, unexplained absences, and whispers behind each other's backs painted a picture of a relationship built on shaky ground. Sally, ever the realist, couldn't help but question Billy's loyalty. "We're fooling ourselves, Billy," she confided in a friend one evening. "We're trying to make this work, but I don't think either of us truly believes it'll last." Billy, on the other hand, oscillated between wanting to prove her wrong and fearing she was right. Their relationship lacked the foundation of trust and respect needed to weather Genoa City's relentless storms. Theirs was a love story destined to falter unless they confronted their issues head-on, a confrontation neither seemed willing to initiate. Jack and Diane's fragile alliance. In the Abbott household, Jack and Diane were locked in a dance of hope and hesitation. Their love story, marred by years of mistrust and betrayal, had reached a critical juncture. Jack, ever the optimist when it came to matters of the heart, made a promise to Diane. "No more suspicion, no more second-guessing," he said earnestly one evening, taking her hands in his. "If we're going to make this work, we have to believe in each other completely." Diane, touched by his sincerity, nodded. "I want to believe that, Jack. I really do. But trust isn't just a promise. It's something we have to build every day." Their words were heartfelt, but the scars of the past lingered like ghosts in the shadows. Diane's history of deception and Jack's propensity to overanalyze made their pledge a fragile one. The road ahead required more than words. It demanded a transformation in how they viewed each other and their shared future. Jack's vision for the Abbott family. Amid his personal battles, Jack remained steadfast in his professional ambitions. He knew that Abbott's survival depended on unity within the Abbott family, a unity that had been fractured over the years. The time had come to bring his siblings, Ashley and Tracy, back into the fold. "We need to be a family again, not just in name, but in action," Jack told Diane during a late-night conversation in the Abbott mansion. "If Ashley and Tracy return to Abbott, it'll strengthen us, and it'll send a clear message to Victor. The Abbott family is a force to be reckoned with." Diane raised an eyebrow, skeptical of Ashley's willingness to collaborate. "And what makes you think Ashley will agree? She's been at odds with you for months." Jack's expression hardened. She'll agree because it's what's best for the company. And for the family. Victor's been watching, waiting for cracks in our foundation. If we unite, we take away his power. Diane couldn't argue with his logic, but she also couldn't ignore the challenges ahead. Ashley's pride and independence, Tracy's reluctance to involve herself in corporate drama, convincing them to return would be no small feat. The unfolding storm, Genoa City, was a city on the brink. Claire's silence about Jordan, Billy, and Sally's faltering relationship, Jack's vision for the Abbott family, each thread was part of a larger tapestry, one that could unravel at any moment. Jordan's presence loomed over it all, a shadowy figure with her own agenda. Claire's decision to stay quiet might have shielded her for now, but secrets have a way of surfacing, and when they do, the consequences are rarely predictable. As Jack prepared to bring the Abbotts together, as Billy and Sally teetered on the edge of separation, and as Claire watched from the sidelines, the question remained: how long could Genoa City's residents keep their secrets before the inevitable storm swept them all away? In a town like Genoa City, trust was a commodity, loyalty was rare, and the past had a way of haunting everyone. No matter how hard they tried to outrun it,